I was also thinking about this, and this is in terms of wives, since I tried to do the video for husbands. In terms of wives, obviously I'm not a wife, and you could say, well, why are you telling wives what to do? This is based on what I've seen, what my wife been trying, and what we've tried different things, and we've noticed that these are one of the top things that for a wife that could be a guidance for him. And also 3 points, and this is kind of how we gauge ourselves, me and my wife. Okay, how am I doing in this role or that for? And 3 points. This is obviously biblical also, and this has been tested generationally to put in terms of one of the most things that girls need to do is to be a homemaker. Make sure that the home is welcoming. Make sure that the husband or family and so forth are comfortable there. This is like the shelter to escape from the world or the outside difficulties and so forth. Be the homemaker. Make sure it's sweet and obviously feed them and so forth. And just a shelter, a sweet place to be around. This is one of the main things. I think I have so many different applications. This is where the Bible talks about being a homemaker. That's one of them. And I think this is one of the primary roles that a wife can do an amazing job. And it's one of those sweetest things. If my wife puts her effort into it, I want to go home. I want to spend time with my wife. I want to be a homemaker. The second part is to obedience. Honestly, this is like you don't want to talk about this and so forth, but it is one of the hardest things to go through a moment where, like, if your wife asks you for something and you try to obey it, and it's not like obey, just you try to fulfill what your wife's desires is and so forth, and then the husband comes around and asks something from a wife, hey, can you please help me with this and so forth, and it's this constant like naggy this and so forth, no, do this and that. It destroys families. It's obedience is one of the one things. And if a guy's husband is sacrificially trying to lead a family and supply for them, and then there's a simple request that's constantly getting nagged over. And let's be real, in a business you can't have everybody be the boss. Everywhere in the world there's structure. Why not have that and be in family? If a husband's the head, then the wife is supposed to lead and to submit. And the final point is show honor and respect to your husband. A girl that respects her husband, it's one of the greatest motivation. When my wife comes and respects me and shows it me honor, I want to work harder. I want to get to work. I want to do this. I want to sacrifice because I'm somebody at home. And guys, and we yearn for respect. Think about it. Why are guys chasing after? I want to have this car. I want to do that. It's respect. We don't care about most of that stuff. We as husbands, we want to be respected. And if we're respected at our house, we will want to sacrifice and lead the house and do our part for the home. And that's my recommendation. It's to be a homemaker, to submit or be obedient, and to honor your husband and so forth. That's my opinion.